Well, it's safe to say we definitely kicked the hornet's nest in this episode. Alright, you beautiful people, Konzi here, bringing you episode 43 of Kenshi, Age of Blood and Sand Iron Man playthrough. Last episode, we defeated the Western Hive. We killed their queen and we destroyed their revenge attack. So the Western Hive is now out of the game as a main faction. So we've taken down the Holy Nation, we've taken down the Western Hive, and now we are working our way into the Southern Hive to wipe them out as well. The Southern Hive have the best traits of both the Holy Nation and the Western Hive. They have the Holy Nation's numbers and hordes running around, and then they have better equipment than the Western Hive, more numbers and better weapons as well. So best of the traits of both, and also through the Southern Hive being hivers, they have access to the Praetorians as well. As we can see, one coming down now to fight Lidus, who is also a Praetorian. Their Praetorians are crazy tough, very well skilled, very well equipped, and very well armed. Each Praetorian is a serious undertaking to go down. The best way to take out the Praetorians is try to get them one-on-one, use your numbers against them. Once you knock them down, strip the weapon off them and strip the top half of their armor. If you leave their leg plates on, that means they can't do martial arts very well, so they have virtually no way to defend themselves while still being able to take the maximum amount of damage. There are going to be a lot of Praetorians in this section of the map, as we are right in the Southern Hive's capital. So we're going to have to do this quite a few times to take down their Praetorians. They also have a bunch of elite drone guards, they also have heavy drones, and they have a lot of very well equipped and very well trained units in this area. So this is going to be a good fight. The way we're going to play it is we're going to go in, get into contact, wait until they get drawn out towards us, and then we're going to retreat back, and then go in, and then back. This way we can start picking their numbers apart instead of having to fight them all at the same time. Because if we kick the hornet's nests here and we go too far in, we will just get shredded. Lidus and Ray can hold their own fairly well, but they'll be able to bring enough numbers together to take Lidus and Ray down. Also, the weapons that a lot of them use have insane armor penetration. You're talking about 60%, and then they also have mental bleed damage on them as well. So over time, they will take down my Praetorians. Also, Lidus, I changed out his armor set a couple episodes ago, so he is in very light armor, trying to get the most out of his dexterity and attack speed that I can. So if he gets into a fight where he's surrounded, he's going to go down fairly quickly. His toughness is like 95, 97, so it is very good, but he will get taken down by the Southern Hive. They are crazy strong and very good at what they do. So if we can just keep picking them apart, getting in fights where we always have superior numbers to them, and just be patient and just wear them down over time, we should win this. But it looks like we went too far in. We have woken the hornet's nest. There is a lot of them coming out. Thankfully, a lot of them look like they're aggroing somewhere else, so we are not fighting them all at the same time, and they're also fairly spread out now. So as they're coming in, they're not coming in together, they're coming in over time. So this will give us an advantage that we can start weakening them or softening them up before we have to fight all of them at the same time. Because the more we can hurt them, the lower their stats will become. The lower their stats become, the easier they are going to be to take down. Still not going to be an easy fight. It's going to take a little bit of concentration and some patience, but we should be pretty good. I do have 3 hives down at the moment, but that's to be expected. They are my lighter armed hives, so not to worry. The way I have my guys set up at the moment is I have set Ray, who's my second Praetorian, to be my main tank. Then my other guys are all set up to try to get the max amount of damage and skills from them. So wearing heavy armor or armor sets will decrease your combat stats, it will decrease your dexterity, it will decrease your attack speed, attack damage, and also combat stats in general. So, but it offers you better protection. So there is a trade between lighter armor, which doesn't give you negative effects or gives you bonus effects, or you can go heavy armor, which gives you negative effects but gives you super tanky guys. So I've got one guy that's tanky, which is going to be Ray. Lidus is essentially a glass cannon but with a very big HP pool, and then my other guys are designed to be able to kick out not the maximum amount of damage that they can, but a higher amount of damage than what you'd normally run in a group of guys at this point in the game. We seem to be making a pretty good progress through the Southern Hive at the moment. So what we are going to need to do is we're going to need to go and look for King. King is this big robotic dog monkey that we need to take out. Otherwise, once we take out the Queen, he will come and attack our base with the invading force. We do have some Dark Hive bandits and they have a Praetorian, and I think it just looks proper smart. So we're looking around, we've got some Redmond's hives about, but there's nothing too much in this area, and we have now found King. He's fairly tanky, he's got very good dexterity, he does okay damage, not crazy damage, but a decent amount. So what I think we're going to need to do is pull our guys back and just put Lidus and Ray onto fighting him. This will take a little while longer, but it will mean that my guys won't get dinged up fighting him. So when it comes to us pulling out from the Southern Hive, we will be able to disengage quite easy and get back to the base. Because I got a feeling that there might be a race between us getting back to our base and the Southern Hive launching their counterattack. So I need everyone to be able to move quickly to be able to get out as soon as we can. I can't say that he is super tough to take down or does crazy damage, but he does have a very big HP pool with pretty decent toughness. So he's taking a fair old while to take down. His damage, like I said, isn't super great, so this fight going on for a long time isn't a massive issue, even though Lidus and Ray have definitely taken more damage from fighting King than from fighting all of the Praetorians and all of the other hives. But yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to stay down. He just keeps getting back up. So what we will need to do is, first chance we get is we're going to need to strip him of his internal robotic components. Once we do that, then he won't respawn again. Well, not respawn, but he won't wake back up. So we've got an AI core, which is really nice. We've got a bunch of CPU cores, which is super good, and some robotic components. The CPU cores we can turn into another T800 limb. AI core we can use for research. And we'll just move everything onto Nippy so we can get out as soon as we take out their Queen. We must have really done a number on the Southern Hive here, because they only have one elite drone guard left and a Royal Praetorian defending the Queen at the moment. So this should be pretty quick, pretty easy. The Queen's down. She's not dead yet because we want to keep her alive so that we can take her back to our base and use her as a hostage. Not that being a hostage makes any difference because they will still send the attack, but it hopefully will mean that it'll buy us a little bit more time before the attack triggers, because if the attack comes straight away, like I said, it will just be a straight up race who can get from the Southern Hive to our base first, us or the Southern Hive. And the Southern Hive has triggered, so they're moving up as well. They've started a little bit higher up on the map than us. So what we're going to need to do is move super quick, stop for nothing and keep going. I've got my guys set for the fastest to go at the fastest pace and then the slowest go at their pace. So this will mean that our guys will keep moving, and then hopefully at least some of them will be at the base to buy us time for my other guys to show up. We're going to move the Queen from Lidus to Ray, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Lidus to go and keep an eye on the Southern Hive as they're going across. If we're lucky, we'll be able to aggro things into them, and if they go through Verge, wow, I don't think I have actually seen an invasion force of this size. This is crazy. We are in so much trouble. They've got their one leader with them, who's got a absolutely insane set of armor, and then but the other guys don't seem super crazy tough. They're fairly lightly armed. They don't really seem to have their special guys in there. So I think this Southern Hive attack must actually be 2 attacks. But yeah, this is what happens when you kick the hornet's nest, I guess. I always said it was going to be a big attack, but I don't quite remember it being this big. So I think what I'll do is, if they go through Verge, I'll have Lidus running around Verge, and hopefully the laser beams can go off and take out a bunch of them. And then if we're going through Shem as well, hopefully Beak Things will attack them, and Greater Beak Things. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to bring the episode to an end. So thank you very much for watching episode 43 of Kenshi Age of Blood and Sand. I have been Konzi. All your likes, comments, subs have been amazing, and you guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one.